So, hello everyone, my name is Elena and welcome to the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel. Now, I am very excited because this is the first video that I'm going to be uploading talking about Scarlet and Violet, you know, this new era, this new expansion that has just launched in the official Pokemon platform, which is Pokemon TCG Live. I don't know if you guys are team TCG Online or Pokemon TCG Live. I think that I am really going to miss Pokemon TCG Online, but this is the new era and hopefully we will get new improvements and new ways of enjoying the game that we all love so much. So that's the platform that I'm going to be using. Any feedback is appreciated. If you think that there are some improvements that I can activate in order to make the video more engaging, I am always happy to listen. But before going into the deck that we are going to be looking at today, which is none other than Miraidon EX, I just want to remind you that if you like our content and if you want to keep supporting the Shuffle Squad, there are different ways in which you can do so. So for instance, if you need physical cards, you can go to Atlas Collectionables and use our discount code, and in case that you want to already get your collection and foil your decks and all of that, you can get the codes that you need here in... Well, I don't know if this is going to work, but hopefully not, it won't work because you will see my face. And you can get code cards here at PTCGO store with our discount code as well. And having said that, now let's get into the juicy stuff. I have to say that one of the things that I really don't like about Pokemon TCG Live is that the way that it shows the deck. I think that they should be swapped, like they only appear, so the deck only appears here on the tiny little side. Actually, now that I see this, I am going, if you don't mind, I am going very quickly to move my camera. I am going to move my camera because I'm not sure if you are going to be able to see everything otherwise. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, better here. So this is the list that I'm going to be playing today, and it revolves around Miraidon EX. It's one of the best EX Pokemon that we had in this first set because of two things. For the ability is absolutely amazing. I think this is probably the most consistent ability that we have in terms of setting up a proper board state. Tandem unit lets you search for two basic lightning Pokemon and put them in your bench. This is amazing. Of course, you can go like Miraidon for Miraidon and then Miraidon for other things, but most likely with one Miraidon you will be able to get all the attackers that you want. Then Photon Blaster deals 220 damage, which is, I mean, it's a really decent amount of damage. It will be able to deal with many EX Pokemon, many basic EX Pokemon on the field, but there are ways to make this damage increase. And what are these ways? Combining it with Regieleki V Max. While it is not necessary that you combine Miraidon with Regieleki, because there are certainly other lightning types attackers that are pretty good, I feel that the Regieleki version is the best one for different reasons. First of all, because Regieleki V is a very solid card on its own. You can use Switching Bolt and kind of hit some damage, chip damage away from your opponent, and then hide back behind something that your opponent does not want to KO. And also Lightning Wall is a pretty good attack that walls things like Lost Box. And then you have the Regieleki VMAX, which is not the best VMAX in the game, but the ability is really good because it will give an additional 30 damage to every basic Pokemon that attacks. So you can do the maths. If you have two Regieleki's VMAX in play and you are attacking with our own Miraidon EX, you're already reaching really high numbers and you can potentially KO a V-Star. Now you have the three of them, you basically KO everything. I think that it's also important to run at least one copy of Raikou V, because the main problem, as you've seen here, of these attackers is that they all require 3 energies to attack, and that's a problem. That's definitely a problem because there are ways in which you can power them up pretty easily, but sometimes it's not something that is going to happen every game. So relying on one Raikou VMAX to get an easy KO or an early KO, it's pretty good. For the rest of the Pokemon, I think that we need to run one copy of Drapion V, because if we don't run it, chances of we losing to Mew are pretty high, even if there are some tools that we can use against Mew. Klefki, I think it's a must inclusion in this type of decks. well, in the Miraidon Regieleki version, because Klefki, when on the active spot, just turns out abilities from basic Pokemon. So this is the greatest thing to use against Mew or against Lost Box, because they cannot use Comfy, and without Comfy, basically they don't access Colress, and without Colress, they cannot set up. So I think that the combo here is pretty clear. You just set up a couple of Comfies, and then you are continuously attacking with Regieleki and then promoting Klefki into the active position. So I think that this is the Pokemon lineup. Now, in terms of the rest of the cards, I currently run 13 Lightning Energies, but because I guess that you could still, that if you really wanted to, you could run 12, but I am still kind of tweaking the list a little bit. Now, what it's clear to me is that you need to run 4 Nest Balls, because with Nest Balls you are able to properly set up everything. At least 3 Ultra Balls, they are pretty good. And then I also run, of course, and this is non-negotiable, you cannot include less than 4 Electric Generators, because that's the card, as I was speaking earlier, that is going to allow you to power up your attackers very, very, very easily. So you look at the top 5 cards, and if you find any basic energy, any basic electric energy, you just attach it. Now, the problem that I see with this is that sometimes you whiff energies. There is no real way of guaranteeing energy attachments with that card, and that makes it a bit complex to attack sometimes. A few switching cards. I'm pretty sure that you don't need that many. I currently run 3 +2 Stadiums, the beach card, but I'm sure that with just one escape rope and 1 switch card, it would be more than enough. Then 2 copies of Forest Seal Stone. You can just run 1 if you really wanted to. 1 share. Remember that we have the new tool errata, so they are no longer items. I run 4 Professor's Research, I run 2 Boss Disorders plus 1 Serena, and I run 1 copy of Iron, because it gives you the item card that you're looking for, so mainly Electric Generator, and then it gives you a tool like the X-Share or for the Seal Stone, and I feel that Iron is really good. Sometimes I wonder if I want to make room for a second one. Maybe you can get rid of the switch card and add a second Arbor. That's definitely a possibility. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's the deck that I am going to be testing today. As I say, I think that it's still pretty soon to know what is going to be the right build for every deck. But at least this gives us a starting point, and this can give us some ideas. So let's get into the ladder, let's see what we go against, and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so let's go and play some games with Miraidon EX. Really excited to test this matchup and to see how it goes. So let's go for heads. Yes, if possible, I'd like to start, which since that I am going to be able to do. So yes, I want to have the first turn and see if we are able to properly set up, which is one of my biggest concerns with this type of deck. Okay, so we get to start with Greninja, which is not that bad, and then we have a Nest Ball, which is going to allow us to go for Miraidon. I think that's the right thing to do. Now, I really wish that I had a Klefki in hand, so to slow down our opponent. I don't know exactly what my opponent is playing, but well, Nest Ball at least will give us the necessary setup. So okay, we go. Maybe this is a mirror match, not entirely sure. So let's go for Nest Ball. Let's take more or less what is already on the deck. Okay. I also want to make sure about the number of energies that I have. Okay, that's fine. So let's go for Miraidon. Let's use now its ability, which is one of the greatest abilities that we have so far. And I think that I'm going to go straight for double Regieleki. I feel that this is the right play, and so I think that I want to use Electric Generator just in case that he judges me. And okay, looks like I hit 1 energy, and I would imagine that what is the way to go here? So where should I attach the energy? Maybe to 1 Regieleki, right? So to then hit and run, because I'm not sure if I am going to be able to start attacking with Miraidon right away. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to end the turn. That's pretty much it. Now, the problem here is that for whatever reason, I was completely unable to start with an energy card. And that really hurts. Like, not being able to attach an energy for the turn is actually quite damaging. So next turn what we are going to do is we will use Regieleki, we will evolve, and we will probably hit and run, if that makes sense. I don't know if I want to use Beach card here. Okay, so Raichu V, it's something that we might need to be worried about. Okay, and Arven. So Arven is probably going to get the Forest Seal Stone, plus another, plus what was it? Plus an item, right, plus an item. So, okay, so the item card is actually the Escape Rope. Okay, that's interesting. So they will get one card with Raikou, and maybe they are going to promote this Raichu V. Yeah, I feel that they cannot attack. Well, they could attack this turn if they have access to the. I think I'm going to kind of risk it. I think that they cannot attack this turn. I mean, they can, but they cannot hit me this turn. So that's why I'm going to promote the Regieleki, because probably what I will do is just use the Switching Bolt and, yeah, kind of retreat here. So for the Seal Stone gets attached onto Raikou, and Trick and Shoes are played. Now, I am really wondering what should be my play here, whether I want to judge or whether I want to use Professor's Research. So probably Judge is not the play, just because he only has 3 cards in hand, and that's not exactly, no, that's not that much. Okay, so this is good. So we are going to evolve this Regieleki. I think that we are going to use Tandem Unit, and for Tandem Unit we are going to get, in this scenario, probably Raikou and another Regieleki. And I think that what I want to do here is I'm going to discard the Judge, I'm going to discard the Serena, and I'm going to get something that I probably won't be using, like this Drapion. And now probably, no, I don't think it's worth playing the Beach card, so I will just go ahead and use my Professor's Research. Now I need to start powering up some attackers. I wonder what the attacker of choice should be for the next turn. Probably it's Raikou. So I feel that, yeah, it's probably Raikou. So I'm going to attach an energy here. I'm going to attach an energy here. And I could, if I really wanted to, I could use Greninja. But I think that all that I'm going to do is Switching Bolt and put Greninja on the active position. So now, if my opponent wants to get a KO here, well, of course, like, he can get a KO easily onto Radiant Greninja, but if my opponent wants to get a KO on a VMAX Pokemon or an EX Pokemon, they need to have Boss's Orders, which they might. Well, they still have, if they want to, they can use they can use the Sky Seal Stone to do that. Yeah, they can use that. So let's see what happens here, because they need the energy. Well, they already have the energy. Well, they need at least one electric generator or whatever it's called. Okay, so they didn't get anything. Okay, that's fine. So now this is going to allow us to go for the first KO with Raikou, which is good, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to promote this, which is fine. I'm just going to promote this, which is fine. I will attach the energy onto Raikou. And what do I want to do here? Because I don't really want to judge. I do not really want to judge at this point in the game. I think it's probably not something that you want to do. I'm going to use Nest Ball, just for the sake of kind of using it. Yes, it's okay with the warning. And maybe I am going to thin out the deck a little bit using Miraidon and getting, yeah, perhaps another Miraidon. Now, the problem that I see here, well, I think that it's fine. I think that we can go for Raikou. I was considering, let's use Fleet Footed. I was actually considering going for Judge, but I think this is better. And should I use Professor's Research here? I think that it's okay. I think that I can keep the hand. So let's use Lightning Rondo. Now, they can KO me if they want, but they need to hit Energy Generator. They need to somehow hit Energy Generator. If I really wanted to kind of secure things, what I could have done is to use the Sky Seal Stone, the Forest Seal Stone, excuse me, the Seal Stone to grab X-Share and attach it to this Regieleki. Maybe that's something that I could have done. But let's see what happens here. So Flat Footed from Raikou V, but I don't think that they have, well, unless they are running Raihan. Maybe they are running Raihan. Raihan could be potentially a good addition to this deck. Absolutely. Raihan could be a really good addition to this deck. I think that I get why they are playing Raikou with just Miraidon EX, but I'm not sure if that is the right thing to do. I don't know, I feel that Regieleki is more effective against Lost Box. Okay, so Arven, and Arven will get a Pokemon tool, and okay, there's the electric generator. They need to hit at least 2. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if that happens, because there are already 4 energies in play. Well, in total, that have been used. Oh, okay, so they did. Okay, cool. So they did in the end. They did in the end. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So they were able to hit 2 energies out of the generator, and now it's up to me to be able to respond. It's literally up to me to be able to respond. So let's try our best. We are going to promote this because it does not have a retreat cost. I am going to immediately attach this here, and I think that I'm just going to go ahead and Professor's Research. Because I need 1 electric generator and I need it to hit heads, at least 1 head. So I was kind of hoping to get, that's kind of bad. I was kind of hoping to get the Regieleki VMAX, but for whatever reason I completely whiffed it. I whiffed the Regieleki VMAX. Okay, so if that is the situation, then we are going for a different playing route. So we are going to Nest Ball to thin out the deck a little bit more. Now we are going to retreat and we are going to attack with Regieleki, and then we are going to promote the Klefki, which is not exactly the best thing in the world, but this is what happens. The thing is that without access to a sturdy attacker, something that can resist the attack from Raikou, I cannot risk just attacking with Regieleki. I mean, I could, but I felt that this was not the right thing to do. And also this should, I mean, what are the odds of them having Boss's Orders? True that they can have it, but maybe this was a bit of a risky play, I don't know. Let's see how this turns out. So they heal off the Raikou and then promote the other Raikou. And then they go for Escape Rope, which is not exactly great. So this is the only one that they cannot take down with Raikou, and that's the one that I'm going to promote, which is pretty risky, by the way. It's pretty risky, but it's also risky that they are able to. It's also pretty risky that I just give them Miraidon EX or something like that. So let's see. Okay, so they attack 220, and now back to me. Now Escape Rope is good. That means that at least I can attack. So I'm going to attach this here. And I think that I am kind of forced to use the Sky Seal Stone here. If I am not mistaken, I think that I am pretty much, forced to use the Sky Seal Stone. So let's use Star Alchemy. And let's get ourselves a Professor's Research. I mean, how many cards do I have? I should be able to hit the Regieleki, right? I should be able to hit the Regieleki, which is what I want to do here. So, let's go for it. I should be able to hit the Regieleki VMAX. Okay, there is the Regieleki VMAX, which I am going to evolve right now. And then what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use Energy Recycler to put back all my energies back into my deck. And now with this, I should be able to hit at least a couple of energies. Oh, okay, nice. And I'm going to attach them onto Miraidon. And then I'm going to retreat. I will play this here and Mass Lightning to get the KO. Okay, there we are. So now it comes down to whether my opponent has boss's orders or not. I am really worried about that, but if my opponent has boss's orders, that's pretty much it. So I am lost. If I know that maybe I could have sacrificed a Miraidon, but still, if they have boss's orders, they still win, because I was kind of forced to bench the Klefki. So let's cross our fingers and let's just hope that they don't have. Okay, they don't have it. So we basically win the game. Yes. Woo! Was intense. Was a pretty intense game. So with that, then I can attach these, put Miraidon EX, and by using Photon Blaster, we just beat another. Well, it was not exactly a mirror deck, but it was a similar deck using Miraidon, and we win the game and we get some points. Okay, so the X share was priced. Anyways, so victory. That's the power of Miraidon. Pretty straightforward kind of deck. To be honest, I am not entirely sure of the tier that Miraidon is going to be in, just because while I think that it's powerful, it definitely lacks the creativity that other decks have, in the sense that you cannot do many plays with it. So basically you just attack, or like the most interesting thing that you can possibly do is to hit and run and to promote Klefki after you attack with Regieleki. But that's it's not like Lost Box, which is like a toolbox that, depending on the situation, you can promote different attackers and you can really control the damage that you're dealing. Also, I have the feeling, and I don't know you guys if you've already tested out this deck and what are your thoughts, but I have the feeling that this deck it relies too much on electric generators, because if you weave one energy out of the electric generator, probably getting back into the game is going to be really difficult. But anyways, so I think that Miraidon EX is going to be around, so in case that you haven't tested it out, I really recommend you to do it. Also, they basically give you the deck for free in Pokemon TCG Live, so make sure that you log, that you get your rewards, and you start testing these legendary Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. So thank you so much for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more of Scarlet and Violet content, and we will see each other very soon. So thank you so much and bye bye!
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTCGO Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7, instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at ptcgostore.com.
Are you trying to be the best like no one ever was? Now is your time. Head on over to Metafy.gg and search out all our amazing Pokemon TCG coaches, where you can book all sorts of training plans ranging from deck help to full season sessions with your favorite coach. What a great way to up your game. Check out Metafy.gg in the description below and take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself against trainers from around the world to compete for the biggest online prizing yet.
Are you ready for an unbelievable tournament unlike anything else you've ever seen before? The Shuffle Squad is proud to announce our newest tournament series, the Late Night Event, with an amazing grand prize that's bound to have you excited.
Players can compete via play.limitless.tcg.com's online tournament platform every Tuesday to get a chance to earn weekly prizes. And every week, your placement in the tournament is tallied by points based on your best finishes to earn your rank for the Late Night Invitational event.
The series will be conducted starting February 7th of 2023 and carry all the way through to the Invitational on July 9th of 2023, where the top players will be rewarded the grand prizing.
And the grand prize is a signed jersey and photo op with the entire Shuffle Squad, as well as a fully paid trip to the Pokemon World Championships in Yokohama, Japan. This includes hotel and airfare, whether you're a player or a spectator.
Don't forget to check out all the live coverage on our YouTube and Twitch channel of the top cuts of these events for every week. And subscribe so you can get notified where to watch the Late Night Events Invitational brought to you by the Shuffle Squad. Now get out there and start winning. We'll see you in Japan.